Good morning, good morning, good morning to everyone. I thank you so very much for coming. We are getting excited this morning. I cannot tell you how excited I am to have the fourth fellowship. This is 4. And at the end of this fellowship, we will have 300 sexual and gender-based violence fellows that have been trained and are out there working right now as of today. So I am honored. I am so happy that you're here today. For the family and the guests that have come to congratulate the graduates, thank you so very much. We're waiting for quite a few more graduates. We only have about 40 people on and we have 30 graduates. So we know that there's some graduates that probably haven't come on yet. But what I want to do is thank each and every one of you for being here today, for understanding how important this is to support each other and the ways that we are going to be promoting in sexual and gender-based violence. I am Dr. Amina Ali, and I will be your host today as we venture into this journey called graduation. I am so happy and I welcome you. We are going to be welcomed today by 30 graduates, 21 graduates, sorry, I said 30, 21 graduates. These graduates have come from every point of the globe. We have some from Kenya, I see, that is trying to get in, Zambia, Nigeria, Trinidad and Tobago, which has a great surprise today because if they haven't recognized him yet, we have a great person that is coming on to greet them personally and welcome them into their new profession. We have the Bahamas and Ghana. We have where else? And Namibia. That was the last one. So we have quite a plethora of countries that are being represented, and hopefully we will represent some more in number 5. But thus far we have West Africa, and we have now parts of South Africa. I think we only have a handful of countries in East Africa, but we're going to try to fill them in. So if you know anyone that's in Egypt, that is in Eritrea and Somalia and those countries to the east and to the north, as well as the CARICOM communities of the Caribbean, please be so kind as to send their information to FIGHRinfo@gmail.com. That's FIGHRINFO@gmail.com, so that they can sign up and represent their country so that their countrymen can be empowered in sexual and gender-based violence. Okay, as always, Queen Mother, Catherine Hall Trujillo, as Queen Mother, Dr. Catherine Hall Trujillo, comes on and gives us our words of wisdom. And I call it elder speak because when she comes on, the wisdom will flow and you can't help to know that she is an elder. She equally will be opening our prayer for today, and then we will begin our message for our team today. So Queen Mother, if you can open your mic, the floor is yours.
Good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on where you are on the planet. It's a wonderful time. It's a wonderful moment, but I am so pleased with you. I hear an echo.
Okay. How about now?
Okay, I'm gonna.
Is it still an echo?
That's better.
Okay, good.
Look at all the wonderful things that you can do.
No, it's not me. You know, it's not me. It's the interns. You know, I have anything technical is just like this. It's flat.
Well, it's a great moment, and a great opportunity to continue the process that you've begun of bringing people together with one mind and one voice to co-create a better world. And so with that, I know we have a great program and we just want to get started, but I want to also take this moment to say, dear God, thank you. Thank you for this opportunity to come together, to open our hearts and to open our minds, to open our hands for the work that you have given us the appointment to do. And we are here today to begin that process, to begin to take those little steps and those giant steps toward doing what is on our hearts and our minds and our collective vision. And with that, I say, because you only want the best for your children, and we're your children, and we're here to serve, I say thank you on behalf of all of us. And so it is. Ashe.
Amen, amen, amen. Thank you so very much. I really appreciate that, Queen Mother. And we're going to hear from her again a little bit later on in this ceremony. Okay, for those of you that are new here, those of you that have limited knowledge, and those of you that are coming on for the first time, trying to understand what this fire thing is. Well, we are firecrackers here. And we set fires everywhere we go because we are just that, the Federation of International Gender and Human Rights. And this organization is a sovereign entity that has headquarters in both New York and in the Republic of the Gambia to be able to offer human and gender rights as a household word. We have the greatest of understandings in education, instruction, lecture, and of course, our humble interns who are doing the work each and every day to train up communities that are in need. We only utilize the rural communities, the underserved, and those people that are coming from landless, stateless, and undocumented regions that are seeking the rights, the fellowship, and the defense in gender and human rights. We deal with such things as intimate partner violence, domestic violence, and sexual assault. We deal with pregnant women when they are in their crisis of substance abuse, HIV/AIDS, those that are pregnant while trafficked, those that are pregnant through incest or molestation, and those abused as a child and then into adulthood, and those that don't have that adage of coming out to have a formidable organization to go to. We deal with IDPs or internally displaced persons, refugees, asylum seekers, stateless, undocumented, and sovereign citizens that are needing this help in their land, in their region, and in their private spaces that we are called to. So each of the instructors that have now been certified as of today and will be graduating will be running the show for their community. They will be coming in to view, some of them for the first time in their country. I think Namibia is the one that's the only one that is working in sexual and gender-based violence for the country. So they will have a great plate to eat off of and great mouths to feed. And we will be coming into those that are of varying regions. We have a great collective from Nigeria, who of course is spanning the country. And hopefully by the end of this, we will have every state represented in Nigeria. That's our goal, to have a sexual and gender-based violence representative in each state in Nigeria. And we're using Nigeria as our pilot program because Nigeria has had the problem, has had the need, and is wanting to be the solution. So some of the diplomats that have come to me from Nigeria said, if you train them, we will place them. So our idea is to make sure that we have a representative from each state, each territory, each rural area in Nigeria. So we're going to do that for every country. I see Professor Maruf, who is from Bangladesh. We're going to have territories represented there. We're going to equally have more territories as represented by Trinidad and Tobago. But we have our first two that will be graduating today. And prayerfully, we will be opening an office in their Ministry of Health in Trinidad that will allow them to have a seat in government, a place in their community, and be able to effectively do this work through the government and do it so that the people are represented. So I am pleased, I am proud. I cannot wait to get that letter and that approval. And Ambassador Ramjohn is going to do that. And I'm going to make sure that they have a great start, because we're going to fuel this fire, as we talk about, with great tools of encouragement, empowerment, and those things that we need to help each other be better. So from the home office of the Federation of International Gender and Human Rights, I welcome you. I thank you. Being the founder, I can't be anything else but happy that you're here to celebrate these graduates. It is a pleasure. It is an honor. And with all respects in place, I welcome your excellencies, high commissioners, ambassadors, emissaries, diplomats, dignitaries, fellows, my fellow brothers and sisters, and those that have come as guests. I welcome you to the room and thank you for attending today. So without further ado, as always, we want to start with the wisdom at hand. We're going to begin our ceremony with a dignitary that is near and true to us. She is our elder humanitarian. She is the founder of the Birthing Project. She is elder council leader for FIGHR. She is reigning out, I have California because that's where the Birthing Project came out of, but she is out of New Mexico. But she needs no introduction. I welcome Queen Mother, Dr. Catherine Hall Trujillo. Thank you, Queen Mother. Please give us 5 to 7 minutes of encouragement, a word about the mission and what it is that they are going to be embarking on. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Well, first again, welcome to all of you. You are here because you have made a conscious decision to follow your heart, to follow your mind, and to follow your vision that a better world is possible. And one of the first steps that you took when you decided to do that was to seek out FIGHR. And I want to congratulate you. I want to congratulate you in taking that first step, because you could not have found a better leader than the one that we have in Dr. Amina Ali. A lot of people have a lot of information and a lot of knowledge, but not all people have that integrity or that divine inspiration and that thing from the inside that helps to keep us focused on the light, to keep us focused on where it is we're trying to go. Recording in progress. To keep us focused when the night seems longer than the day. Because we all know that as we embark on things, that everything is not always easy. In fact, I'm a midwife, and so I understand the world through the concept of birthing, of actually being pregnant with new life, and then going through a process where you feel that both you and whatever it is you're carrying inside maybe not make it because it's very difficult. And you come as close to dying. You and the baby, if you're a mommy, you and that baby come as close to dying as any time in your life when you are coming into this side of the world. And that's exactly how it is when you are doing the work that you are setting out. That during those times when you feel like, I just cannot do this. I did not know what I was asking for when I said I wanted to do this. When you get to those moments where it feel like you and whatever you're carrying inside are maybe at odds with each other. Like, how could it be this difficult? At some point, maybe with the help of a midwife, maybe with the help of your spiritual advisor, maybe with the help of your sister or your brother, maybe your husband, maybe whoever it is that is there for you. And at this point with FIGHR, we have Dr. Ali, that someone will talk you through going inside yourself and remembering what it is you're doing and how wonderful it is when God chooses to bring life or a new idea or a new way of being on the planet through you. How blessed you are. And we're never given a task that we are not ready to complete. If you were not ready to complete this, you would not be here listening to the sound of my voice. And so with that, I just want to encourage you to know that whatever it is, if this is the God light and the God energy and the God speaking, doing for us, because we know that God can only do for us what God can do through us. If this is where you are at this moment and you're ready to be clear as crystal and let that God light come through you and shine on the world, I say welcome, and congratulations. You've made it this far. We're on our journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Queen Mother. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. You always give me goosebumps when we finish because I'm just the wisdom. Thank you. Thank you. She paired that to laboring. So I always enjoy her analogies to the birth process. And I'm not as creative as she is, but I'm always writing things down. So I am going to have that wisdom before long. So thank you so much, Queen Mother. And thank you again for the understanding of how important it is to show up and be that example of what showing up looks like in your effortlessness and bringing forth the word. So thank you so very much. All right, we have our keynote. Our keynote for today is Ambassador to Trinidad and Tobago, His Excellency Ambassador Andrew Ramjohn, who's the Permanent Mission Representative for GU-GHCF, Trinidad and Tobago. He is our ambassador today. He is coming to help the process along in getting the seat open in the Ministry of Health for Trinidad so that the 2 graduates that are graduating today will be able to sit in government seats, to be able to hold positions in sexual and gender-based violence, and offering to open that office. It's a tentative office, if you will. But I think what I know about it and know about him is that he represents what it is that I wanted to be in this energy. His calm demeanor, his great defense over the community that he serves. And some of the things that I've read about him would just take me all day to just read his dossier. But what I want to do is welcome him in the energy of fire and pray that whatever it is that he has come to give us, that those students that are going to be working in Trinidad hear that with both ears and all of your mind, as my grandmother says, and listen to the encouragement coming from someone that is very established, very welcomed, and very a part of Trinidad and Tobago at current. So Ambassador, I welcome you, I greet you, and I thank you for joining us. His Excellency, Ambassador Andrew Ramjohn.
Thank you so much, Honorable Excellency, Dr. Amina Ali. I actually would like to also welcome all the dignitaries, all the eminencies that are present here. I'd like to welcome all the participating students, and of course, our 2, Adina and Kareem. Welcome, welcome all. My daughter is viewing also because she wants to be a part of this next come around, Dr. Ali. So yes. Welcome to Crystal also, my daughter, and to all participating this morning. We welcome you and I thank you for taking the time for viewing this very, very important conference. And we have a long way to go, but with everybody's cooperation, I expect that we can accomplish it. That being said, I do not want to use up too much of your time, Dr. Ali, and the rest of the participants. So I will get straight to it. Apart from my welcome, I would like to just say something based upon the sexual gender-based violence, which we are all gathered here today about. And certainly I expect the students who have taken this course and graduated in this course to move forward with leaps and bounds. And I compare that to finding Christ. Many people find Christ at the foot of the cross, but unfortunately they remain at the foot of the cross. We need to be Pauls, and we need to be apostles, and we need to move on, and we need to share what we have found and what we've gotten by this. And I believe with this, education is most important in everything we do. And now that you are educated, you are able to go and pass this on to everybody you meet, everywhere you go. And that is my prayer for these students today. I want to start off by saying, and I want you all to remember this, all you students, we are responsible for the violence, and the prevention is up to us all. I want you to ponder on that as we go through this today. As we all would know, there is indeed a high prevalence of sexual gender-based violence, what we term as SGBV. It's prevalent in the workplaces, other congregations, in the universities, in the schools, okay, in the streets. I'm sure You as women and sisters have experienced this full-facedly, you know. So I want everyone to know that we are recognizing this, and in this context, and women's perspectives on gender relationships and interpersonal violence, it is essential to creating effective interventions to prevent sexual gender-based violence and support women's rights and well-being. That being said, I just want to move on very, very quickly. I want to tell you that sexual gender-based violence against females is a very salient issue. It is most notable, most important, including narrative accounts of harassment, intimidation, and physical and sexual violence on the university campuses, in the colleges, in the workplaces, in the towns and in the communities where you all are located. Reported risks for sexual gender-based violence includes receiving academic support from male peers, exercising agency in relationship decision-making, having a negative self-concept, belief in stereotypical gender expectations, and engaging in transactional sex and/or substance abuse. While women recognize these risk factors, I want to say this categorically, they also suggested SGBV may be the result of females' improper behavior, attire, use of males for personal gain, or personal failure to prevent violence. Now, as I said in the beginning, without being too lengthy, what I would like to do very quickly is discuss some ideas and just 8 points that I have put together for your benefit. Yeah. So talking about what happens behind closed doors is hard and usually uncomfortable. However, having those conversations can change and even save lives. To help women and young girls create a violence-free future, we should focus on encouraging community discussions on sexual gender-based violence. I want to tell you, as many of you who study this and have researched, you would find that the United Nations estimates that 35% of women worldwide have experienced physical and/or sexual violence from a non-partner at some point in their lives. As many as 70% of women worldwide have experienced the same violence from an intimate partner, according to the same study. Behind these numbers are real women and young girls. And behind those women and young girls are communities that can create the change. Communities that know about the effects of sexual gender-based violence can better address it. And I am going somewhere with this. I am going somewhere with this morning, yeah? So here are, having said that, here are some tips on organizing as you move forward now, having gotten the education. These are what myself personally, and I'm sure the Excellency, Dr. Ali, would expect you to do. We don't want to stay at the foot of the cross. We want to move forward. We want to open opportunities for all our sisters out there. Okay, so number one on my list is to reach a young audience. Today's boys and girls will be tomorrow's leaders. I believe that this guide that I have presented here will walk you through how to plan a community dialogue to learn about the types and effects of gender-based violence. While reaching children at a young age is powerful in sharing values that contribute to a violence-free future, please consider what particular demographics you want at your dialogue. These are great opportunities for everyone. Secondly, I would like to say that you can work with a church, a school, a social group, or other like-minded individuals. There are many organizations that represent this. Kareem and Adina I'm sure they are aware here in Trinidad and Tobago, we have groups out there that advocate sexual gender-based violence. However, we don't want to just advocate, we want to act. We want to move to action now, having received this education, so that we can properly address it intelligently. Yeah. So you need to know when and how you advertise this event, this discussion, this group. As I'm sure many of you members and students here are on several social media apps. And I am sure you already know where, how, and what you're going to do. Right? Let us use those social apps. Unfortunately, I have seen, even Facebook, many people use it as a means to vent. I remember very clearly when I was very active in the church, and that I used Facebook, but I used it to advertise our crusades, our healings, our things like that. We put up posters as our profile pictures, and we would say something about the event, where it was, it's taking place, who's behind it, things like that. So guys, use these things, use these tools. You have it out there. We live in an age of modern technology where you can really, really move from strength to strength very quickly, depending on your organizing of how you want to move forward. My third point this morning, and it is morning my time, by the way, 10:32 a.m. here in Trinidad and Tobago. Establish some ground rules. I say this because before kicking off your dialogue, right, make sure to get some ground rules, because, for example, you ask participants to be respectful, to use appropriate language, and stay aware of others' feelings. You can also ask that people only share from their own perspectives, so no one makes assumptions about others' lives. Be sure to follow a facilitation guide. Now, remember this facilitation guide. I will come back to that to you very quickly in a few minutes, right? A facilitation guide, right? Because this will help structure your conversation. If you know your audience, you will be composed mainly of children. Ask participants to raise their hands before speaking, something children are already familiar with from school. Now, my fourth point, screening a video. One of the great ways to facilitate a conversation is by showing a video and then asking audience members to share how the video makes them feel. A discussion is really good. Children, young people, even adults, they will listen, they will remember something. With videos, I find they remember the whole thing. It's like watching a movie, and I want to, some of you may be familiar with what I'm about to say here. Remember I stated the facilitation guide. I'll tell you where you can find it. A great place to start with. I don't know if Dr. Ali, you might have heard of YALI. It is the Young African Leaders Initiative. Yeah, they actually have a beautiful videos, short videos, 3 to 5 minutes. We call them video vignettes, right? On their website. When I'm finished with this discussion, Dr. Ali, I will send you a copy, and it's got all the website addresses there with everything. Any of the students need copies of this, you can go ahead and forward the website address and things like that. They also, on their website, they have facilitation guides that I just remembered to you, which is a point form that you're going to prepare for your discussion in your groups and in your communities and things like that. Yeah. So their vignettes are entitled, "What is Gender-Based Violence?" So I found those to be very informative, very quick videos, that people, you see the thing about these videos, you don't want to lose interest, so they're just 3 to 5 minutes and they're right to the point, and they're really great tools. Yeah. And once you have this facilitation guide that I'm talking about, you can actually have, in these facilitation guides, there are hypothetical, open-ended questions that are ready to spark a discussion if the audience is hesitant about speaking. So I find that works really well also. So I'll share that with you, Dr. Ali, and you may share it as you see fit with the others. Yeah. My fifth point, share your goals. Share your goals. Women and young girls around the world have far-reaching dreams, and sexual, gender-based violence often gets in the way. Throughout the discussion, be sure to share your goals and encourage others to do the same. Some participants may be surprised to learn exactly how much they really have in common. My sixth point this morning, look to the future. Don't stay at the foot of the cross. Look to the future. Let's move forward with all that we have learned. As the event concludes, encourage participants to go out in their communities and talk to their friends, their family, their co-workers about sexual gender-based violence, what it is, how it affects society, and what they can do to address it. Together, we can do this. Together, we are stronger. My seventh point, very quickly, it's up to each one of us to make the world a better place. You make the difference. You are the difference. Having a community discussion can mobilize an entire neighborhood, and neighborhood by neighborhood, we become national. My final point, number 8, the time is now. Get out there, go out there, start the conversation, one community at a time, and we're gonna do this. Thank you so much, Dr. Ali, for this wonderful opportunity. Congratulations again goes out to the graduating students. And I want to say to the coming sessions, I encourage everyone to take part in this thing. It is beautiful. It is a start to everything you want to accomplish. It is the start to making this world a better place for you, your sisters, and your aunties, and everyone else to walk the streets. Yeah. So thank you so much again, Dr. Ali. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Ambassador. I really appreciate that. I have all 8 points in the chat. So those of you that kind of missed it or wanted to refresh it or want to follow along when you see the replay, it is in the chat, all 8 points. I thought he said 5, so I put up the first 5. And then when I remembered that you did say more, I have the full 8 in the chat box now. So please take a look. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. And we do have a few Yali. I believe we have one that is a Yali.
Excellent. Excellent.
I believe one. Yeah. And they are, they're very, very, and one of the reasons that we pick them or choose them for this mission is because they have leadership before they have come here. So this is very, very important for us because we don't want them to just, like you say, not get out there and do the work. So we want to make sure that this is very prevalent in their work to be able to have that leadership prior to coming aboard. So thank you so very much.
Most welcome.
All right, our next speaker is going to be Her Excellency Dr. Ghazaliya Khan. She is the permanent mission representative for the Islamic Republic of Pakistan and the United Nations for FIGHR. So if Dr. Khan, who needs no introduction, this woman is a powerhouse in her own right. She is moving government agencies to look at women with a finer scope. She has a macro, meso, and micro plan of action to get sexual and gender-based violence seen and heard and in action. And she does a great job with the women there in her homeland. She is in Saudi Arabia at current. She is doing a lot of peace work in Saudi Arabia right now, but if she is on, I thought I saw her come on. Yes, she is here. Coming on to greet us today. She is coming to offer us words of encouragement, words of empowerment, and definitely a great conduit of what it is we need as representatives. Dr. Khan, are you here?
Yes, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you so much for this beautiful introduction. My heart is beating, really. First, it was very nice introduction, and it's a privilege for me that I am directly connected to Dr. Amina Ali, and she is the powerhouse, and whatever I can gain from her is bliss. She is just like a sea, and the wisdoms we are getting from her day by day are enriching our personalities and improving us, and also letting us to explore ourselves and to show the world what we can do for the humanity. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Adi.
Thank you so much, Dr. Khan. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate you coming. I know you only had a few minutes to speak with us. So thank you so much for staying the course and being here for us. It means the world to me to know that you are traveling the world doing this work, and the United Nations is definitely behind you. And I thank you so much for being a part of FIGHR and bringing that representation home. So thank you again. I appreciate you, and we'll talk to you soon. All right. Our next speaker is Her Excellency Dr. Bilquis Williams. She is the permanent mission representative for the Federal Republic of Nigeria for FIGHR. She has done an amazing job for Nigeria. I equally have to speak to her award that she's getting today for actually spending these last 12 weeks with the fellows. They didn't have a leader in the group that knew the format and the way that it was needing to go. So she actually became the in-house instructor for the Federation of International Gender and Human Rights. She's probably going to have a new job after this, now that I know that she can instruct this course. So she may be handed over the tools of the trade, but she has led Team 5 to successful completion of this, and actually has given a great energy to Team 5 with Dr. Bashir, who is our official team lead there, but she was the mentor and the instructor for the class. And she has given great honor and great privilege to that team. And I just want to thank her before we move forward for that. And she does have an award that is going to be given to her within this ceremony. So I thank you, Dr. Williams. And if you're here with us, can you unmute your mic? And you have about 5 to 6 minutes. I need you to speak to whatever hits your heart. Dr. Williams? Let me see if I can help her. Let me see. Okay, I don't see her here on the list. So what I'm going to assume is that she dropped off and she will come back on. So we're going to go to the next speaker and then bring her back in toward the end. Thank you so much. Okay, you talk about a firecracker. This powerhouse is Dr. Karen Lomax, Her Excellency, Dr. Karen Lomax. She is the Permanent Mission Advisory Council lead here in the United States. She is the one that is the fine tuning, making sure that all cogs and screws are well oiled, and we are making due progress with what it is that we're doing, cutting to the chase, as she always does with me, and lets me know that what it is that we're doing is for the mission of humanity. And I could not introduce her with any greater words than her voice will give you in a few moments. So I introduce to you Her Excellency, Dr. Karen Lomax, Permanent Mission Advisory Council to FIGHR. Thank you so much.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Greetings, everyone, to all of the dignitaries in your respective places. Queen Mother, good morning, good morning. Dr. Amina Ali, thank you for the opportunity to speak again. I feel like I'm overdressed, but when you say a graduation, you know, here in the United States, we put the regalia on, and so
that's right.
And so especially with this particular group, I feel like it was necessary to put it on. I feel like they deserved us to put this on because this is a huge undertaking that they are taking on. And I want to start out by saying, first and foremost, congratulations to all of the graduates this morning, because this is not an easy feat. This is not something to take lightly. This is life-changing, not just for you, but for those that you will be advocating for. So I want you to understand what you have taken on. This is not just another certificate for you to add to your LinkedIn. We have this saying in my culture that God doesn't call the qualified, He qualifies the called. And you guys have been called. This is a mission. This is a lifelong mission. It doesn't stop once you have the certificates. This is just the beginning. And so I wanted to take that particular moment to let you know what you're getting yourselves into. And so I have a few points, and I'm not going to be long-winded, and y'all know us pastors say that when we're going to be long-winded. But I want to say this: remember your why. Why did you begin this journey in the first place? Because once you remember your why, you're going to take this very, very seriously. You're going to understand what it is that you've stepped off into. So remember your why when you are moving about in this divine call that has been placed upon your life. Keep this in mind, that in times of uncertainties, okay, lean on your training, not on your understanding. Lean on your training because you have been trained well. Remember what you have learned and apply it to the situation, but also remember that all situations are not the same and that everyone is different and no one is textbook. And so when you lean on your training, you're going to understand how to apply, when to back up, and when to lean in further. Okay, there are going to come times that you're not going to know what to do. There are going to come times when sometimes the training is just going to go out of, in one ear and out of the other. That's what you have a whole support system for. You are not an island of one. You are in a sea of many. So remember that you have support. Okay, so when you find yourself in those uncertain times, reach out to your support system. Okay, for those who know, I'm also in the military. So what you're doing, it takes discipline. And that discipline tells us to stay ready. And our motto is, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Okay, so always stay ready. Be ready to move when times call for it. Be ready to show empathy when times call for it. Be ready to show sympathy when times call for it. But here's the one thing you must always remember. This is their story. It's not your story. Put yourself in their shoes and think about what you would want someone to say to you and about you when it comes to your life. When we talk about sexual and gender-based violence, we're not just talking about, it's disproportionate. Women and girls are disproportionately represented in this, but we also have men and young boys who are also survivors. Remember that word, survivors. We don't call them victims. We don't call them statistics. We call them survivors. The difference is when it comes to men and young boys, it's underreported because of the stigma that surrounds sexual and gender-based violence. That's why I always say it's not a you problem or a me problem, it's an our problem. And so we have to treat it as our problem. So don't forget that. Focus on them. Keep the focus on that person, on that situation. And as Ambassador Ramjohn was talking about, he kind of tiptoed through what I was going to say, so I don't need to repeat. You don't want to stay where you are right now, as he said, at the foot of the cross. It goes beyond that. Don't get comfortable. Do not get comfortable. Be comfortable, as I say, with being uncomfortable. This is something that should make you uncomfortable to the point that you want to do something about it. It should make you uncomfortable to the point that you won't stand for it. It should make you uncomfortable to the point that you're going to want to do more. You're going to want to be more. You're going to want to go further than just this training that you have. You don't want to just be an advocate. You want to be, or just an instructor. You want them to see you as a solution. And that's what you have been trained to be. You've been trained to be a solution to a global problem, to a historic problem, to a systemic problem. So if you start to view yourself as the solution, then that is going to make you uncomfortable enough to continue looking for more ways to combat this problem. Okay, again, this is a mission. All right, this is a mission. This isn't a vocation. So when it comes to a mission, it takes discipline, as we were talking about. In the military, they teach us how to stand. They teach us how to come to attention. And when you come to attention, that means be aware somebody or something important is about to happen. And they tell you to bring your body to attention, and you don't move. And then in order for you to breathe, they tell you to relax, and they'll tell you at ease. All right, so this comes to another point of self-care. You're the advocate, but you also have that moment of at ease when you are, or we say rest, and you need to make sure that you are taking care of yourself, because you're no good to anyone if you're not taking care of you. All right, so you must understand that there are going to come times where you need to back up. Again, leaning on your support system. There are going to come times where you're going to say, this is way more than what I bargained for. And that's human. If you don't have a moment of being nervous, then I question why you're doing what you're doing, because there should be a small point of anxiety in there, because this is so serious, because lives are at stake. Human lives are at stake. Remember, you're not just dealing with statistics in a workbook or in a textbook or in a training module. Now you're putting your hand to the plow, and now it's time to do the work. And so a little bit of anxiety is called for in this moment. Whenever I'm pastoring and I have to get in front of a congregation, I get anxiety every time, because now I understand that this is not me. This is not about me. And I'm very mindful and I'm very cognizant of who my audience is, which has already been spoken. Be mindful of who your audience is. Be mindful of what you're going to put out there. This is where I come to the point of discretion. Make sure that you are using discretion. Okay, make sure you're using discretion, because again, we're dealing with real people with real emotions. We're dealing with real people with real trauma. And so make sure that you're using discretion when you do start to broadcast and you do start to share and you do start to call attention to this problem. Make sure that those who want to be interviewed and those who want to know and let people know what's going on, that you have their permission. It's always a good thing to ask permission, because again, people have experienced trauma. And so you need to make sure that you use some discretion, because we get excited and we want to show everybody everything and what we're doing and how we're doing it. But make sure that you have permission from the other person before you put their story out there, or before you use their situation to teach your next classes or trainings or whatever you have. So make sure that you use discretion, because people have already been traumatized enough, and we are the solution. We don't want to be seen as part of the problem. And so that's a huge one, is discretion. Okay, and so I will end with this. Congratulations. But remember, again, this is a mission. This is a calling, and a calling doesn't end. It's never ending. This is a life-changing call on your life. And so take it as such. Look at yourselves as small ministers, because these are ministries. Okay, you guys are creating small ministries. You are ministers. Okay, and so you're going to be ministering to other people when it comes to trauma on their lives. You're going to be ministering to other people who are going to be looking to you for the answer, and they're going to be looking to you to answer this one big question to where there really is no answer, and that is the why. Why me? Why did this happen? Why couldn't someone help me in this hour? And they're always going to ask you, and this is why I say you're ministers. Okay, whatever faith that you may be, they're going to ask you, why didn't God step in? Why didn't God? And at that moment, This is what I want you to tell them when they question you and say, why didn't God step in? And you can tell them this, he did, and that's why I'm here. So congratulations to all of our graduates, and thank you for the opportunity to speak to you on your very, very special day.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lomax. Once again, bravo. I can't even begin to even say thank you. And you want to know why she's a pastor. That ordination is already there, already there. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Dr. Lomax. And we will be hearing from you again at the end of the commencement. She will be closing us out in a benediction prayer. So we will be holding on to her for just a little while longer. But I did see that Dr. Williams came. And she is here. So Her Excellency, Dr. Bilquis Williams, Permanent Mission Representative for the Federal Republic of Nigeria to FIGHR, is here. She is going to be speaking to us as it pertains to the mission and the work that she is doing, as well as the words that she wants to give to our new graduates. So Dr. Williams, if you can unmute your mic, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. And thank you very much, everyone, for your patience. I'm sorry. So I was between appointments, and so I'm just walking to my next appointment to see the next patient. I'm very grateful for the opportunity to be here, and I'm grateful for the responsibilities that have been granted to me by FIGHR. So the mission ambassadorship and the mission of FIGHR to the Federal Republic of Nigeria intends to change the sexual and gender-based violence landscape in Nigeria. And we're doing this not just by word of mouth. We have been able to liaise with eminent personalities and parastatals in Nigeria. We're looking now to actually build or own a building, an actual embassy, in Abuja, because, harder side, they say it's out of mind, and we want our presence to not only be permanent, but also to be prominent. So some of these things are being said to you so that you know that the fellowship is not just a passageway. It is actually, a rite of passage into doing more permanent things and into gaining more responsibilities. We hope that you have applied to yourself in this fellowship such that you can not only be useful to yourself, you can be useful to your communities, and you can be useful to the world at large. And as Dr. Karen Lomax said, this is not a vocation. This is like a lifelong mission. This is your cause in life. And I hope that you take that to heart, just as I have taken it to heart. And I'd like to now go further and address the delegates that are graduating today, and speak to you about the qualities of a leader, which include the ability to inspire, delegate, communicate clearly your intentions, negotiate, commit, be confident, and convince others to join and believe in your cause, as well as support your causes. Have a sense of humor. Life is already hard enough. People do not want to come into your office and feel like they've just received a death sentence. Have a good attitude. So there's something in medicine that's often said. Medicine is in both learning and character. And I must tell you that we value character in medicine over your skills. And that character will take you to the places that you need to be. Also, be creative. A leader needs to have a creative mind. Your mind needs to go places where nobody else's goes. If your dreams do not scare you, then you're not where you need to be. You don't have the vision for where you need to go in life. You have to have great intuition, because sometimes you come into a situation, especially as a sexual and gender-based violence advocate, and no one's telling you what you need to know. Someone is too scared to tell the truth. Someone is too bold that they tell a lie. You need to be able to listen and believe in your intuition. You must be honest, and you must have energy. And I do not just mean physical energy, running around and everything. Each of us have our special gifts. Use that gift in the most vivacious manner that you can. Now, you must be willing for growth. if you want to become a leader. You must train yourself. You must be willing to take criticisms objectively and work on self-reflection. You cannot progress unless you think at the end of each day, what did I do today? What could I have done better? What was the feedback that I received? Is this true? Have I heard this before? Is this untrue? If this isn't true, how do I make sure that it does not become an attribute that is allocated to me? That when they speak about Bilkis or when they speak about Khadija, they're not saying, oh, that person is a terribly dishonest person. So what was it that I did that made this person, unknowingly allot a character that I do not want to be attributed to me, right? Now, I will then go forward to highlight some of the members of my own team, the team that I had the pleasure and the honor of, supervising this fellowship. And I want to mention Dr. Khadija Bashir. She showed some of the qualities of a leader, and the most prominent ones were a commitment to her work, the sense, a good attitude, her sense of responsibility. She never took anything for granted. She never was disrespectful. And I also wanted to mention that some of the delegates do not, follow the tenets of a fellowship. When you refer to your fellow delegates, do not be crass, do not use colloquial terms. We are building you and training you to become future leaders. I'd also like to recognize Precious Sampson. She always attended the meetings, always took notes. I also like to mention Mohahib Bashir. She was also very attentive, always in all of the activities. She never failed to deliver. Now, the reason I sought to mention some of these names is because you need to know that people are watching you. You're not just doing this for the fun of it. Whenever you're given a responsibility, please and please do it to the best of your abilities. And as I said, we're building and creating the embassy. We're not going to fill that place with figurines. We're going to need individuals to serve in those capacities. I would not, for the life of me, put a person that I cannot trust, a person who has not shown me the abilities in that position. Because you must remember, this is not a vacation. People's lives depend on you and your commitment and your actions. And Rome was not built in a day, but you need to start building your own Rome in a day, because opportunities are going to come knocking, right? You are going to be given this little nuggets of opportunity, and you're going to think, oh, by the way, it's a fellowship, right? But you do not know that this is the pathway and the door to your destiny. I believe you should not be here at all if you do not believe that this is your mission in life. If you do not believe that you will and shall and want to make a difference in people's lives. If stories about sexual and gender-based violence do not bring tears to your eyes, do not cause you sleepless nights, you're on the wrong path. It does not mean that you will not find your path in life, but you have to start looking for that other path. This is not where you need to be, because it needs to hurt you from the bottom of your heart. Your tummy needs to rumble and hurt you physically, like you're having a stomach ache when you're doing this job. That's how you know that you're passionate about this. That's how you know you're meant to do this. It needs to keep you up at night. You need to be like, oh, so what do we need to do? What if we did this? What if we did this? And this is why I said, as a leader, you need to be creative. And leadership is not just at the top of that pyramid. You can lead from where you are. And people in my fellowship will tell you that every time I allot people to a certain responsibility, and I expect you to deliver, because I know that sometimes people have leadership skills, but they also do not like to be followers. But to be a good leader, you must learn to follow. You must learn to serve with all your heart. It's not by the position. Look, this is not a title. It's not a title. You're going to get where you are going, but it's not a title. Even if no one acknowledges you, how do they put it? Progeny will acknowledge you. Destiny will acknowledge you. God will acknowledge you. And you see, of all the acknowledgements that you will ever get, the one from God is the most important, because sometimes people speak word of mouth, but they do not actually believe in you. I know people who have attended awards and they've given them numbers of awards, but I would never put my life or my relatives' lives in their hands. I would not be in the same theater with them. I would not see them if I was the patient. So these are the things that you need to keep in mind. Sometimes there's politics everywhere. Sometimes people are put on a pedestal that they do not deserve. And this is why some of my delegates have said that I'm a little hard, but I think I'm really nurturing you because I want you to be better. And one of the things that I also observed with some of the delegates is they told lies when they started to get onto this fellowship. One of the requirements was that you had a laptop. One of the requirements is that you had good network connectivity. You lied. You said you did. And then it became a struggle during the fellowship. I also understand that at the beginning, you may not have lied. You may have fibbed. You may have thought, oh, I will do it. Because there's also this non-challenge thing going around and saying, fake it till you make it. That's not what they mean. Not fake like things you do not have. They're saying, believe that you can do it before you get there, not fake it. Don't tell lies, because then it becomes a struggle to really make it in life. There's so many things that you need to achieve in life that are already a struggle. Do not add lies to that struggle, because lies beget lies. So please know that you're always being watched, and I will place character above skills any time of the day, because someone with good character can self-reflect, can take criticisms objectively, and do not believe that anyone is after them, and they will get to where they're going. And they're not looking for awards or looking for recognition, because people see you, people see you, people see you. And those will be my words. And thank you very much for the honor. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to meet all of these amazing minds. Thank you for the opportunity to serve and to further my destiny. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Williams. I am so honored. We are going to our next speaker. Well, actually, before we go, graduates, if you are not on your phone or on your tablet, look at the other one. So if you're on your tablet, look at your phone. If you're on your phone, look at your tablet. Check your emails. I was just told by the interns that all of your certificates are in. So I, with great pleasure and honor, thank you so very much for your patience. Thank you so very much for your time. It will be in your inbox and it should say congratulations from FIGHR. So that should be, yes. Okay, so that should be what you're looking for. And that email will have your certificate. It should be attached at the bottom. And it will have that you are an official sexual and gender-based violence instructor for your country. And I want to thank you. And I'm so glad they all came before you were announced, because now we can say you have graduated. You do have your certificate, and the electronic document that is in front of you is yours for you to keep, to print out, to frame, to show the world, because you've earned it. And I want to thank you. And I am so, so happy and pleased that you are able to go on this journey with me. So since I'm not His Excellency Anthony Matuli, I'm going to bring him to the floor so that he can speak for about 2 to 3 minutes and allow us to see what it is that Kenya, he is the permanent mission representative, ambassador, to Republic of Kenya for FIGHR. So I want to welcome His Excellency Anthony A. Matuli. If you can come to. No? Okay. All right, so what we will do is we'll move forward. And then if he comes on, I don't even see him on the list. So when he comes on, we'll just bring him in. All right, Her Excellency Augusta A. Boateng, Madam Boateng is the permanent mission ambassador for the Republic of Ghana for FIGHR, and she is on fire with Powerhouse series, the magazine, they interviewed, the FIGHR magazine and newsletter, and she is just making us digitally addressed in social media. And I would be so remiss if I did not bring her on to give us about 2 minutes of words so that we can move to our graduates. And I thank you so very much, Madam Augusta, the floor is yours. Okay. Yeah, I know she dropped off also. Okay. Madam Augusta, we say your name today and we thank you for being a part of FIGHR, and we will connect with you as you arrive back on the call. Next, Her Excellency, Ola Wunmi Princess Adewoyin. I am getting that name, I promise you. I got Princess and Adewoyin, but I'm going to get your first name. Thank you for your surname. Thank you so very much. She is the Consul General. She is in Cape Verde, so she is representing the Northwest, the Northern West, and she is here to address us for a few minutes. She is our Consul General, and we welcome you. Thank you, Your Excellency. The floor is yours.
Thank you, everyone. Good afternoon here from Cape Verde Islands. I'm so excited to be here to see great and wonderful people here tonight, this afternoon. Well, I'm not going to take much of our time. I just want to talk about a few things that we've been hearing so far and what is very, very important. And then, of course, a little of my mission in Cape Verde, which has to do with business and contracts, you know. To our graduates today, I would like to say congratulations for the amazing thing that you've done so far. It's not easy to go through course because it's not just about, like we heard, it's not just about another certificate being received. It's about a mission. You are set on a mission, you are set on a goal, and so many lives are attached to your destinies. I hope you know that. And because lives are attached to your destinies, we have to be careful what we do, you know. So the first thing I would like to talk about is the fact that integrity matters a lot. And having the right attitude too matters a lot. Wherever we go, whatever we do, integrity is like our signature in life. It speaks for us, even in our absentia. When you are not there, your integrity will speak for you. It's like your signature. For example, your signature can represent you anywhere you go. It's like your character. So integrity and your character is very, very important, much more than the certificate you've received, the position that you have in life, the leadership position that you've been given. Who you are is what matters a lot, and that is what people see first, you know. There is a common saying here, says, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. People are not interested in your knowledge until they see the true value of who you are. They see that you care for them. And how do you care for them? Through your character, through your attitude, through your humanitarian services, through your attention, giving them attention, and being careful with their information, like we've been told. And another thing is that, Dr. Karen said, she said, we have to be careful and we have to know our why. You know, your why is very, very important. And I would call it purpose. What's your purpose? Why have you studied? Why have you graduated from FIGHR? Why have you studied what you've studied? Why is it important to you at this moment to study what you're doing? You know, purpose is very, very important. Somebody said that when purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. If you don't know the purpose of what you're doing, you'll be abused. You will abuse the privilege, you will abuse the opportunity you've been given to. So you have to know your purpose, you have to know what you're doing, and then you have to be ready to maximize every opportunity that you have. Every opportunity is important in life. Life does not present opportunities to you in form of opportunities. Sometimes they come in form of challenges that you have to solve. Sometimes they come in form of riddles of life that you have to solve. Sometimes they come in form of problems, headaches, and stuff like that. And sometimes you have to see from your inner eyes that this is an opportunity for me. This is not a problem, this is not a challenge, this is an opportunity for me to maximize. And then you take hold of it and maximize it. Now, another thing I would like to talk about is that you must be able to identify your moments in life. There are special moments in life that we encounter every day, and we have to identify them and be able to differentiate from from each other. For example, there are changing moments, there are opportunities, there are moments of opportunities, there are moments when you need to just stay calm and just relax. There are moments when you have to work hard. You must be able to know each moment of your life and maximize them. Don't just take your moments for granted. There is every opportunity at your door, at your disposal. A time to talk to someone, a time to minister your words to somebody that is brokenhearted. You know, we're talking about sexual violence, gender violence, and stuff today. And it is a sensitive thing that is affecting our communities, our countries, our world today. And sometimes it takes just a caring heart to be able to heal someone. And you know, time and process is involved with healing. Healing takes time and it takes process. And you might be the healing agent that God wants to use in the life of someone. So you have to be sensitive, and you have to be focused and to know what you're doing. And then the last thing I want to talk about, because I'm also into business and contracts, is the fact that whatever you have to do, you must pay due diligence to it. Be very, very careful with what you do. Be very, very careful with the contracts you're signing. Be very, very careful with people you sign contracts with. Be very, very careful with how you sign contracts. Read the terms and the conditions of every contract before you pick up your pens and sign. And be very, very careful. People are smart today. You know, there was something that happened to someone recently that I learned from. You know, there was this project he was trying to design, and then he invited some people over to be a part of the project, and he designed a contract for them. And in the process, you know, something happened. I think the ink of his printer at the place of work finished, and then he needed somebody to print. And then he called on one of his, you know, confidants to print it out at a cyber cafe or a communication center close by. Do you know, in the process, the lady changed the terms of the contract in the process to suit herself. And then she rushed down and she brought the contract because it was something in a hurry. But thank God that the person that sent her on a mission was sensitive enough to know that she changed it. This is how people are these days. You have to be very, very careful with contracts. Be very, very careful with your pen, what to sign, who you are signing with. You know, we have the technology today. You can Google and find out about organization, the name of the person, the name of the organization. Sometimes you just put the name and you find out about the reports of the person and everything, the lifestyle of the person, and you know if you want to deal with the person or not, because we are ambassadors. We are ambassadors, whether we have the title or not. We are ambassadors because we are change agents. We are solution makers. And you cannot be a part of the problem and be a solution at the same time. So if you want to be a solution, you have to be different. You have to be exceptional. You have to be careful how you lead your life. So I believe I've been able to say something tonight, this afternoon, this morning, whatever time it is in your country. Thank you very much, Dr. Amina. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Queen Catherine. I love your smile. I love you all. God bless you.
Thank you, Madam Excellency. I am very, very appreciative of your lecture on business contracts, because the graduates will be entering into contracts to work with certain organizations and firms and NGOs and corporate sponsors. And I think that this is going to be a great lesson from you, directly from your office, and be able to give them the ABCs of proper business contracting. So I think that's going to be something we're going to open up in the next couple of weeks. I know Dr. Lomax is going to be doing quite a bit on writing, so they will have the propers of writing and what to expect and how to write, because some of us are not affording. And then we're going to make sure that what she offers them is going to be continual. So it's going to be an ongoing thing. And I think there's going to be great efforts going forward to help you, to help them with business contracts. So thank you so very much. Okay, I think we have come to the end. We have two dignitaries that we must acknowledge before we go any further. Ladies first, so we have Dr. Cheryl Dossett, who is UN Ambassador, and she is in Jamaica, I believe. If not, she's trekking somewhere across the globe, bringing the human and gender rights mission and mindset forward. Dr. Dossett, if you give us about 60 seconds of some love, if you can, very, very quickly. And I would love to hear your voice and hear what you have for the graduates.
Well, greetings and thank you, everyone. And of course, Dr. Amina Ali, you are a trendsetter and a game changer. So I wanted to say very quickly, I'm arrived back in the US on Thursday from Jamaica. I live in Jamaica now and I've spent the last 5 months there. And this topic of gender-based sexual violence, I have seen it up front in Jamaica. I do not see any services or resources are available. So this would be a unique opportunity to bring FIGHR to that island. But I wanted to share something of encouragement because I have 30 seconds to the graduates. First of all, by saying thank you. One thing I noticed, I witnessed a FIGHR in Jamaica. And this is a FIGHR fellowship and graduation. But the one thing I noticed, when I witnessed the FIGHR, one thing the firemen had, and then one thing I want you to remember to always have, make sure you're suited up before you go into the fire. Suited up with your faith, stay suited up with your knowledge, your wisdom, and your training. And when you're in between fires, helping people overcome trauma, reach out to someone to pour back into you for those that you have poured into. More importantly, my last comment is never judge a book by its cover. Trauma is nondescript. There are people out there who need you, who are waiting for you, but they don't look how you perceive in your mind. Be open because you are called and you're chosen. To whom much is given, much is required. My name is Dr. Dossett, and thank you for listening.
Thank you, Dr. Dossett. Amazing, as always. Why you know that this is one of the reasons why you know she is a part of the FIGHR team and will always be. And I offer one of the greater pieces of knowledge and wisdom from her as far as to continue going. She's always been a referee, been a great coach, and someone that I deeply respect. So thank you, Dr. Dossett. And next is Dr. Maruf Islam. He is airing from Bangladesh. And he is also someone that is very near and dear to the support that men are to give to sexual and gender-based violence and the ways that men are called to serve. So Dr. Maruf, if you can give us about 20 seconds of love to the graduates, and then we can move on to welcome them into this great organization.
Thank you very much, Her Excellency Dr. Amina Ali, for inviting me and attending this such a prestigious FIGHR certificate ceremony. I am one of the one who is advocating for the gender equality. And I want to share that women and girls represents half of the world's population and therefore also half of its potential. But today gender inequality persists everywhere and stagnates social progress. So this is the one of the area we need to work very hard, all of us together, to respect our girls and women as human. And the arrangement made by Her Excellency Dr. Amina Ali, really, really grateful and highly appreciated. Thank you very much for all of you to arrange such thing. I have a great respect and love on this. Wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Islam. I really appreciate you. All right. So now it is time. It is only 21 of you, so it's not going to be long, but it will be strong, and I am excited. We are coming in no particular order, of course, but we are going to go ladies first. So women, get ready, get ready, get ready. I need those smiles and those happiness coming through this, and I want all of the world to see this. It will be recorded. We have 2 officials from the United Nations and the African Union watching. I'm going to ask that all the graduates, when they speak, to turn on their cameras and make sure that smile is glowing wide. I am going to go in the order of the slides. So it's not necessarily a group order per se, but the women are first and then the 4 men are at the end. So brothers, just hold on for 2 seconds. All right, without further ado, I welcome and open Rachel Munyanyembi from Zambia. Rachel, can you please open your camera and give us 60 seconds of love?
Thank you so much, Dr. Amina, for this opportunity. I'm really grateful that I was part of this group. I've learned a lot and I really had a great team. Thank you, Adaina and Karim, for the teamwork that was rendered. It was great working with you guys and congratulations to you both. Yeah, thank you so much, Mom.
You're most welcome. Thank you. I really appreciate you. As we're going forward, please make sure that you keep your mics muted until you are called. We hear background noise, and we want to make sure that all of the guests are heard and all the graduates are being recorded properly. Thank you so much. Next is Adina Nataki Sandy from Trinidad. Yes. Please unmute your mic and open your camera, please, and give us about 60 seconds of love.
Blessings to everyone. Are you hearing me clearly?
Bring it up just a little bit closer.
Sorry. I am really happy to be here today and I'm grateful and I thank God for making me reach this far. And it is a blessing to be graduating as a certified sexual and gender-based violence instructor. And it's amazing that I crossed paths with this fellowship and I was able to be educated so that I can help the voiceless and the vulnerable persons in my country and also bring awareness to these issues in Trinidad and Tobago. Karim Rice as well. And I want to thank Rachel so much for the amazing work that she has done with us. And one of the things that I love the most in this fellowship was that me and my teammates cooperate very nicely. And we were all able to get a chance a week to demonstrate being a leader so that we can be great leaders. So yes, that is my words for today. And I thank you, Dr. Amina, for all the knowledge that you have shared with me. I really appreciate it. And thank you for this time to speak. I appreciate it.
You're most welcome. Thank you. Okay, next is, uh-oh, I think we're frozen. Joyce Oheniwa Kwapong. She is from Ghana. Joyce, if you can unmute your mic and open your camera. Whoever is drawing on this, can you please ask your child not to draw, please? I would greatly ask that you watch your child on the screen, please. Joyce Kwapong. Okay, Joyce, we say your name today, and although you could not be here, you are official. You have graduated, and we do speak your name as a new sexual and gender-based violence instructor. Congratulations, Ghana is better because of you. Thank you so very much. Next is Faith Mutoka from Kenya. Faith, if you can unmute your mic and open your, if you're here, unmute your mic and open your camera. There is some difficulty in Kenya today because even the ambassador to Kenya was supposed to speak. So I'm believing that it is of the area. So Faith, we do speak your name and we do allow you to represent Kenya as a new sexual and gender-based violence instructor for the Republic of Kenya. And we thank you for going the extra mile and the 12 weeks to continue this and finish your task. But the mission is not over. So thank you so very much for all that you have done with us. Next is Rauna Aweni. She is from Namibia. This is the one that I told you is the one from Namibia. She's given me great joy in this collective because she now represents the country, and we are pushing for the government up a seat in their government in the Ministry of Health, and we pray that she will honor that seat and move forward into doing the work. Madam Aweni, excuse me, are you there? That too is East Africa. Okay. Madam Aweni, we say your name and we say it today on behalf of the people of Namibia, and we say thank you for completing this task, beginning this mission, and understanding the importance of making sure each man and woman that is, as Dr. Lomax said, a survivor of sexual and gender-based violence now has an advocate in you. We thank you and we appreciate your work. Faith Paul Waziria, she's right here. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, I am so trying to get all of her attire because every time I see her on camera, she's just so regal and so royal. So thank you, Madam Waziri. Thank you from Nigeria. 60 seconds of some love, please.
Yeah, thank you so much. I want to sincerely appreciate Dr. Amina and the Federation of International Gender and Human Rights Organization for giving me the opportunity of a lifetime to be part of this fellowship. This will not have been possible without the support of my mentor, Mr. Kennedy Ezerem of Yagazi Foundation, who linked me up with Dr. Amina, and my husband, Mr. John Abwaja, who is here with us, and my younger sister, Ms. Peace Paul, and wonderful teammates, Kenny, Suleiman, Damilola, and Anita, working with my team in the capacity of a team lead, which enabled me to strengthen my leadership skills, such as being empathetic more and perfecting effective communication. Now I know better about human rights, cultural diversity and inclusion. And above all, I am now an advocate of sexual and gender-based violence. I believe that I'm now ready to fill in the gap in advocating for the vulnerable women and girls in my community. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Waziri. I thank you so very much for being here and representing Nigeria. Next, another queen from Nigeria, Kennedy N. Adazi. I hope it's Adazi or Adazi. Please correct me.
Yes, it's Kenny Adazi. Thank you so much, Dr. Amina. Thank you, FIGHR, for the opportunity to be part of this great organization. My key takeaway is that from what we've done the past 12 weeks, it's very obvious that gender-based violence can be eradicated, not just in generations, but in our time. With, of course, the obvious evidence of communities who have done something towards that. So it means if we all work together, we can truly be able to eliminate and eradicate gender-based violence. As a survivor myself, founded our organization, Her Right Foundation, last year, 20th of June. This has further, opened my eyes to a lot of opportunities. Having, gotten the certificate as a human rights advocate, and, with our mission in Her Right Foundation to empower survivors who are unable to do anything because they don't have the financial capacity to be able to do that. On behalf of my organization, Her Right, I want to thank, some of the people. I see them, they were here. One of our board member, Emma Nolam. I see Tandy all the way from Germany. I see my sisters from Germany as well, Rose Claret, Dr. Rose Claret, and Chinelo, and Greg as well, who just joined. We have Temi here, who is a social media volunteer who recently volunteered. So thank you so much, Dr. Amina, for all the insight. Thank you, my team, Faith. You've been an amazing leader, and it's been an honor, and I hope to make Federation of the International Human Rights Gender proud with all I've taken the past 12 weeks. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kenny, and thank you so very much for all that you're doing for Nigeria. We need you, and thank you for showing up. Next is Anita. I didn't pronounce this. Sholayemi Graham. Madam Sholayemi Graham, may you come open your mic and open your screen. Let me see if you are here.
Yeah.
Yes, there you are. Okay.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Once again, I'd really like to thank Dr. Amina for this opportunity to participate in this fellowship. I'd also like to thank my team members as well as my team lead, Faith Waziri, for seeing us through these past 3 months. It has really been challenging, but she supported us throughout the process. And I couldn't have asked for a better team lead. I'd also like to thank my parents as well as my partner for supporting me in everything I do, and that they're always there at every step of the way. Thank you so much once again, and congratulations to every one of us.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Madam Graham. I am very appreciative of you, and representing Nigeria once again is a true honor for me, because now we're meeting that goal of making sure all communities in Nigeria are now represented. So thank you. Okay, Damilola Buki El Aliwa. Madam Damilola from Nigeria, are you here? I don't see her. Oh, there's Bridget and Precious. I don't see her. Okay, Madam Damilola, we say your name and we speak power over your mission and your purpose here in this commencement ceremony, as well as the beginning of your mission work. We thank you for being that representative for Nigeria. We thank you for being who you have been called to be and showing up, stepping up, and now being up to the challenge to train others and help others to become survivors of sexual and gender-based violence. So thank you so very much. Madam Binta Wabida from Nigeria, she is here. Can you unmute your mic and open your camera? And please give us about 60 seconds of love. Assalamu alaikum. No? There she is. Okay, I know she was there.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, thank you very much. So I will tell you.
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. I want to thank God, first of all, for giving me the opportunity to be here. And I especially want to thank you, Dr. Amina, for your love, everything you've done for us. You are my inspiration. I want to thank my family, my friends, and I want to thank my team members, Aisha, Bridget, everybody. Thank you for a lot of support. Honestly, this support has given me my life another focus. Like my life more with young girls and students who are survivors of gender-based violence. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Binta. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. I really appreciate you. All right. Next is Chinimeru Blessings Wealth from Nigeria.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much, Dr. Amina. Thank you so much. You've been amazing, beautiful, and sweet to all of us. I want to say thank you for this opportunity that you have given us. It's a privilege for me graduating today from the Federation of the International Gender and Human Rights Commission as a sexual and gender-based violence advocate. I feel very, very excited. I want to thank my team lead, Aisha, and my teammates, Binta, Favor, and Bridget. You guys were really amazing. Thank you for always being there for the group assignments and everything. I'm looking forward to doing exploits. I'm looking forward to reaching out to other survivors and making sure that I also take care of myself while at it as well. Thank you so much, Dr. Amina. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Congratulations again, thank you. And there she is, Aisha Abdullahi Umar from Nigeria. Madam Aisha, alhamdulillah, how are you? Oh, I thought I saw her here. Okay, Madam Aisha, we say your name today. And we say your name on behalf of the Nigerian people who have come to welcome you into this fold, into this work, and into this mission, knowing that you are now both capable, willing, and able to carry out this mission lifelong and life strong for the people of Nigeria. So we thank you. I thank you. And I pray that whatever it is that you touch is blessed and highly favored. Amen. There she is, Madam Bridget. Is it Obruch?
Obruche.
Obruche. Oh, okay. All right. I'm so sorry. How are you, madam?
I'm fine. I'm doing great. Thank you so much, Dr. Amina. Thank you to the Federation. Thank you to everybody who contributed to this. It was challenging. It was interesting. It was a mix of everything. I think I'm coming out of this stronger, better. When I was assaulted, I only had a support system in my brother. So I really didn't know how to handle it. And it just showed emotions and love. But from this time, I begin to see we could do better. We could do much better for everyone that is a survivor. And we could help beyond what we have done today. I'm really grateful because I'm looking into the future, especially the young ones. I know that I have a calling around them and I'm going to do a lot. Thank you so much. And thank you to all my team members. Thank you for the support and show of love. Thank you so much, everybody. Congratulations, everybody.
Thank you, Madam Taramotini. I really appreciate you and who you are and what you brought to the table. It's impressive, and I thank you so very much. Next is FIGHR Jumai. Now, this one I have not practiced. Uhemwango. Did I do that? FIGHR, Madam FIGHR. Okay, Madam FIGHR, we say your name in this space right now, and we thank you for moving forward into the greatness of who we are and what we are called to do. Are you here? Are you here? We thank you and we honor you today, and we say your name because you have stepped forward to accept the assignment, and we receive you. Thank you. Madam Dr. Khadija Bashir from Nigeria. Is she here? Yes, she is. There she is. There's that pretty smile.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Thank you. I really want to say thank you, Dr. Amina. It's been a wonderful opportunity to meet you and to be taken as part of this program. Alhamdulillah, and to our ambassador too for being with us throughout this 3 months. And Alhamdulillah, we've learned a lot and we hope to reach greater heights, inshallah, especially in the northern part of Nigeria, where I come from, to make a greater impact, inshallah. We hope to see our young ones getting a better life without violence, inshallah. And so to my teammates, Precious, Mariam, Wahib, and Okechukwu, thank you very much for being great team members. I really, really appreciate you for being great team members, for doing the work when it's supposed to be, even though it was stressful, I know, but we all stood together. And I hope we'll continue to be a strong family even after this. And also to other graduates, especially those in Nigeria, I hope we'll be able to network and put our heads together to even do greater work through the effort FIGHR has, the knowledge FIGHR has given us. So please let us kindly network and get to know each other and encouraging each other in our works. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam Khadija. I really appreciate you. Okay, Miriam Abdul Rahman from Nigeria. She should be here. I think I saw her. Madam Abdul Rahman, if you are here, please unmute your mic and open your screen so that we may see you.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Firstly, I would like to thank Almighty Allah for preserving my life to date and I also like to thank my family for their support towards this program. Also, to a great mentor, mother, person of Dr. Amina Ali. Thank you so much for teaching us all you know. Thank you so much, ma. Jazakallah khairan. I also like to appreciate my team leader in person of Dr. Khadija Bashir. She was a wonderful team leader. And even if I am asked to choose a team leader next, I will also choose her. So I would also like to thank my teammates, Mwai Bashir Nu, Precious, and Okechukwu. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be satisfied as a gender-based violence advocate. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Madam Abdul Rahman. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Next is Madam Precious Sampson, Wakili. I know she is here. There's that smile. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I can't even be, I'm telling you, smiles just do it for me. So yes, please unmute your mic and give us 60 seconds of love, please.
Greetings, everybody. My name is Precious Sampson. I am super excited to be here today. First of all, I would like to thank Dr. Amina Ali for this beautiful opportunity. I saw it on LinkedIn and I decided to go to do this. So I'm really excited. And I want to also thank Dr. Bilkis Williams. I mean, she was a little bit harsh on us, but I'm happy she did that because it made us better people. And I want to thank my team members, particularly our team leader. She was amazing. And all my team members, they're really, really amazing. I'm excited. I am empowered. And my NGO too is also excited because the Girl Child Value Support Initiative is going to be working with women in northern rural communities, women and girls in northern rural communities. So we're happy and I thank you for this opportunity and congratulations to everybody. Thank you very much. My name is Precious Sampson.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Sampson. I am so amazed at you and what you're doing with your NGO. So I support you. FIGHR stands behind you. And thank you so very much for what it is that you do. Thank you.
Thank you.
Did we do, I think we did Faith already. I think we had Faith already. Okay, so the gentlemen of the cohort, we are doing a great example of having, we have 4 this fellowship, but we are going to make sure that those 4 are congratulated and celebrated just the same. So the gentleman is Kareem Daniel Rice from Trinidad and Tobago. Kareem, if you can come on and you can unmute your mic and open your screen.
Good day, everyone. Can you guys see me and hear me?
I can, yes, yes.
Awesome. Firstly, I'd like to thank the Creator and I'd like to thank God for life and the opportunity to participate in this fellowship and learn so much and connect with so many people from around the world and be able to apply myself to something that is greater than me and lend my gifts and talents towards the mission. I'm also grateful to be a representative of my country as well. All protocols observed. I'm grateful to my mom who supported me in the back and everybody who has been supporting me along my journey. I'm also very appreciative of you, Dr. Amina Ali, for sharing your knowledge with us. And I also want to acknowledge our team leader, Rachel Monyembe, for encouraging us and being really thorough with explaining when we didn't have a clue. She made it crystal clear and she was able to clarify everything for us easily and also give us the opportunity to lead as we changed throughout each week when we had to present our reports. And I also would like to congratulate my fellow graduates as well. I think we are all awesome people and yeah, happy to be here. My name is Kareem Daniel Rice and I'm from Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Excellency. I really appreciate you. Thank you for what you do and the work that you've come forward to tackle with Madam Adina. So who is going to be your right hand in this mission? Okay, Brother Suleiman Dajuma Isha, who is from Nigeria. He is coming here. Hopefully he has, no? Okay, Brother Suleiman, we say your name and we thank you for this opportunity for being here with us. You have worked as hard as anyone and you have come to the end. Your valor and your tenacity has been shown and you have been awarded this certificate. And I thank you so very much for staying the course and being the example for Nigeria. Thank you so very much. Okay. Okay, Chukwu Chinamarin Lucky. Okay, I gather he's not here. Okay, Your Excellency, we have given a great time with us. You have given great time with us today in this today, not physically today, but you have given great time with us in this right now moment to be an example of the valor that comes with steady and great dedication. And I want to thank you so very much. My screen is glitching, so bear with me. I don't know where we are right now, so I'm kind of looking at two screens at the same time. And I think something is wrong with my computer, but I want to thank you. And on behalf of everyone in Nigeria, I thank you for entering into the mission and purpose for sexual and gender-based violence. Okay, Wahid Bashir Nuhu.
Assalamu alaikum.
I can't.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Amina Ali, Dr. Bilkis, and my team lead, Dr. Khadija Bashir. I'm indeed grateful.
Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And I apologize. I was just telling my interns that you are down here in the fellas, and I apologize for that. And I stand corrected and take responsibility for that. And thank you so much for what it is that you have done and how you have done it for the people of Nigeria. I want to work well with you and very closely with you in Nigeria to make sure that the people get what they need and are what they are called to become. So thank you so very much. All right, we have about 12 minutes left. So we're going to get, no. We're going to get 30 seconds from each of the team leaders, to include Dr. Bilkis, to give a takeaway about the group, about what you have learned as a leader, and then what it is that you want to share with those that are going to be watching this video later on, that are going to be encouraged to join the next Sexual and Gender-Based Violence Fellowship. So we're going to start with team one very quickly.
Okay, thank you. My name is Rachel Mninyembe, and I was team lead for team one. So what I learned in this cohort or this fellowship is that mostly people are neglected in sexual gender-based violence, and mostly our cultures really keep us away from learning a lot about this. And I've learned a lot, and what I'm getting outside there is that I'm going to teach people, I'm going to educate universities, schools, and yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, team two. Team lead for team two.
Hello, good afternoon, Dr. Amina Ali. This is Ohenewa speaking.
Oh, okay. How are you?
I'm doing great. Please, how about you?
I am well. We missed you. We spoke your name and we stood in your place.
Yes, I had to send a message in because I was trying to work on my video, but then it wasn't working. As of now, it's still not working. I don't even know what the problem is. I'm so sorry.
No worries, but we're welcoming you and we thank you and we appreciate who you are. So thank you so very much.
Thank you so much as well, Dr. Amina, for the opportunity. And it was really a great honor to serve as a team lead for Group 2. My team members were amazing. We had so many views coming from different countries. We had different perspectives of what gender-based violence was. We all had our experiences or encounters, either from people or family members with regards to gender-based violence. And I think this program has equipped us fully to be able to serve as mouthpieces to people who do not have that voice to speak out, and also to serve as agents for people who need help. We want to say thank you very much for this opportunity. We've had a wealth of knowledge from this fellowship, and I know that it's going to go a long way to help us contribute to make society a better one. Thank you so much, Dr. Amina.
You're most welcome.
And the elbows of all of us in our future endeavors with regards to sexual and gender-based violence activities. Thank you.
Thank you. Team 3.
Dr. Alina, I was the team lead for Team 3. I really want to say this was a rare privilege and I do not want to take it for granted. Having this opportunity has really made me to see that we are unique people. So I had wonderful teammates and, they were always ready to be, part of the team and ensuring that we met all the requirements, and just to see that they have so much experiences in the field. And now that we have really been garnered this information, we hope to go out there and just do our best and ensure that we fill in the gap for these young women and girls who are suffering and also as survivors of gender-based violence. I personally, I've been working with children, and I begin to see that there's a really a need for me to come up with a club that can really address sensitization in schools and seeing that they can also stand in the gap. I really appreciate this opportunity. To Dr. Mina and the Federation, I say thank you so much.
Thank you. Team 4. Oh, that's right. Team 4 wasn't here. That's right. Okay, Team 5.
Thank you, Dr. Amina. It was really an honor to be a team lead for Team 5, and it was a great journey. I met different team members. We come from different walks of life, from different parts of the country, and we all had different views which contributed to our work. And we've also gained a lot of knowledge. Presently, I'm working as a public health physician, and we also have a center where I work, where is a sexual assault and response SAT center, where we attend to victims of rape. So this has given me another knowledge and skill on how to approach this. And already I'm thinking of doing something in the northern part of the country to represent something like this over there, where people can also have access to services like this, because in the North, there's a lot of silence due to stigma and discrimination. People are not coming out. So, but with this knowledge, we hope to go back there, create something for them, create an impact, especially also over here too, we do outreaches in schools. Presently, just like late last year, we started a school program for young students on sexual and gender-based violence. And we also started a youth clinic for them there in a community like that. So we hope to also replicate with more knowledge that we have now. I want to see it replicated over there in the North for us, for people over there, the less privileged, the voiceless, for them to have a voice. We will help them reach there, inshallah. Thank you for the wonderful opportunity. To our ambassador, you've been really amazing and great. God bless you, Dr. Amina, God bless you. Thank you very much. And I would also like to say a great thank you to my husband. He's here for the support he has given and the encouragement, and even for what I want to do. We spent a long time discussing with him, and he has been, go for it, you can do it. Thank you very much for supporting me. God bless you. And I'm really proud to have you as a partner, as a husband. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That meant a lot. Wow. That's the support that we need. That's the support that we are wanting from the men that are going to be also mentors to the survivors, male survivors of sexual and gender-based violence. So thank you so very much. Okay, our special announcement for Trinidad and Tobago. As His Excellency has already made mention, we're going to make it official so that it can be said. We are challenging the government, and with the help of Ambassador Ramjohn, we are going to be opening prayerfully in 2022. We're going to be opening a new office that is going to work with the Ministry of Health, and we are going to be working with them to begin to open our minds, open our hearts, open the conversation so that we can have this office ready. I think that there is a huge undertaking that needs to happen. And I think Trinidad is going to start this. They are the first ones that kind of gave me a feedback, asked me to send an outline. Haven't heard back yet, but hopefully Ambassador Ramjohn will nudge them on. And we're opening the Office of Sexual Abuse, Gender-Based Violence, Exploitation, and Trafficking for the CARICOM country of Trinidad and Tobago. SAG-VET is the acronym, and it is going to be working with and within the Ministry of Health. And this is to open them to the community work and to their expertise in this. Of course, we're not going to do it alone. We're going to have government officials to tag into this. So if approved, that will be the first country to accept a cabinet in the ministry for sexual and gender-based violence. So I applaud them. And I thank you. That is a step in the direction. We want every country to open up a sexual and gender-based violence office specifically for that. You know, so many countries want to just group it in to the Ministry of Health and just say we deal with women and sexual gender-based violence, but that's not what this is about. This is about understanding that this office is separate and apart because the work is unique and different. So I want to thank the people of Trinidad for allowing at least the tentative yes to come forward. And if Ambassador Ramjohn can put his John Hancock to that, I think that there will be a yes in 2022. And Adina and Kareem, their excellencies respectively, will be able to work in this faction and be able to recruit others to take this course and work with them. I challenge any interns that are willing and wanting to get into this work to open up a conversation about having interns in the Ministry of Health doing this work for the community that will save both money and be economically feasible to stay and keep going. So I recommend that for all countries. And I thank you all for allowing this to happen. Thank you, Ambassador Ramjohn, and thank you for coming here today. All right, we have new additions. I have like 2 minutes. We have new additions to the Federation of International Gender and Human Rights. And these two new additions, we have to take a calendar vote with the team, but we have one that is tentatively going to be a new CG or Consul General for FIGHR. And her name is Aisha Abdullahi Umar, who has just completed her 3rd fellowship, which is a requirement to apply. We're going to do a video meeting and we're going to do a table vote to bring her aboard. And if so, she will join the other 2 Consul Generals and support of FIGHR. She has done the work, and I think it is time for us to recognize her and recognize the awards that she has done. And we also want to welcome Anthony Anekia Matuli, who is the Kenyan ambassador to FIGHR, and he is the one, he wasn't able to speak, but I'm asking if he can come on for like 30 seconds and say something to welcome to the kids, the graduates. I apologize. I do this with my children, so I apologize. Please forgive me. It was no disrespect. Can you apply some wisdom to the graduates for about 30 to 45 seconds, please?
Thank you so much, Your Excellency, Dr. Amina Ali. I have no special words for you. I really appreciate you've been my mentor, you've trained me, and now I'm good to go. And now to be a new group of poverty. I think this is a great.
Oh, we can't hear you.
Yeah, there is too much noise. I don't know where it's coming from.
Yeah, okay, we got it now. I apologize. Go ahead.
Good. I was saying thank you so much for this opportunity to at least congratulate the new cohorts. This is an amazing group from what I've heard from them, from their mouthpieces, from the horse mouth. I think they have now been equipped with the requisite knowledge. And now it's time to go into the field and prove that they have what it takes to make the change that we desire in this world. Sexual and gender-based violence is a pandemic that is worse than coronavirus. It's worse than COVID-19. And therefore, it requires the utmost expertise, the utmost sacrifice, the utmost commitment to ensure that we root out this menace from society, because with the current times, we do not desire to have any abuses in society. For instance, in Kenya, when you look at the latest ratings, you'll find that at least 5 in 10 women are being abused. And they range in the ages of 15 to 49. And in fact, more traumatizingly, you find 5 in 10 women in Kenya, aged between 15 and 24, think that the men that are abusing them have the right to do so. Indeed, that is quite disappointing. And so we have to change the tide. The only way to change the tide is to have the knowledge. Acquire this knowledge on gender-based violence. Ensure you understand what are the human rights, what are the rights of the children, what are the rights of the adults, and how can you tell when you are being abused in a relationship? And I think Dr. Amina has done all and beyond what is necessary to equip the new cohorts. And I welcome you to this team. Let us ensure that we change the world and it becomes a peaceful place. We make it better than we found it, so that we are able to coexist peacefully, harmoniously. And I guess economic development can only be possible if the women are empowered. We must have a level playing ground for all of us, equal opportunities to all.
Thank you.
And then equal salaries for equal work done by either gender. None is better than the other when it comes to work delivery. So if Dr. Amina has done her work and we are in the same capacity, she earns what Anthony earns, for they are just delivering, executing the same mandate under the same circumstances, regardless of that gender, and the same amount. Thank you so much for listening to me, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. Okay, I would like to thank each and every one of you for coming today. Thank you all of the ambassadors, the emissaries, the diplomats, the dignitaries, our fellow graduates, of course, and all of the brothers and sisters around the world, the family members, and those that have supported this graduating class. I close this with Queen Mother and giving elder wisdom. And then, of course, we're going to go to our pastor, our fire pastor, as I call it. She's a pastor that's on fire. Dr. Karen Lomax, who will close us out in prayer. So Queen Mother, if you can finish us off, and then Dr. Lomax, you will end us in prayer. Thank you.
Well, congratulations to all of you. If we were in Cuba and it was the graduation of the medical school class representing about 103 countries who are going to medical school and have completed their medical school in Cuba, they would receive not only their individual certificates and welcomes, but they would also be welcomed into the global team of white coats. I think that that is appropriate with what we're doing today, because all of you from around the world are here building a global team, which is making a global nation of equity, peace, and love. And for that, I say, it's done. All we have to do is put our heads into the crown that's already waiting. Ashe.
Thank you, Queen Mother. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't thank you enough. You're always here, always on time, and always on point, and the wisdom just flows effortlessly. I just love you, and thank you so very much. All right, our pastor, our fire pastor, our pastor that's on fire, Queen, Her Excellency Karen D. Lomax. Yes.
Amen, amen. Again, congratulations to all of the graduates, and thank you to all of the dignitaries who joined in and the families of the graduates who have been supporting. We don't want to leave you guys out because they couldn't do it without your support. And so with that being said, Father, we just thank you today for all those who have embarked on this new journey. We thank you for those who have imparted their wisdom into these new graduates. Now, as they go forward, lead them, guide them, give them the wisdom, give them more knowledge of what it is that you have called them to do. God, we ask you to be with them and be with their families, Father, but also be with those that they are going to be ministering to. God, we ask your blessing upon this graduation. We ask your blessing upon FIGHR itself. We ask your blessing upon every household that's being represented, every organization that's being represented, every country that's being represented. God, now we ask you to use this as a tool and as a conduit to bring us all together globally for one mission, one cause. And we give you all praise, honor, and glory in Jesus Christ's name. Amen and amen.
Amen, amen, amen. Oh, Ashe, and so it is. Thank you so very much. Okay, as always, now let's eat. So we are going to be leaving, closing out today, and we are going to have celebrations all around the world because I know there's going to be parties after this, especially in the time zones. Yes, brother is, oh, did you want to say something, Brother Islam? Oh, okay. I want to, yes, thank you so much. I want to thank you all for coming. I will be sending a copy of this to all of the groups, the graduates, to the advisory council, of course, to the elder council, and Ambassador Ramjohn. I will be sending a copy to your office and your attention as soon as it uploads. So once you, if you want a copy, please send me a WhatsApp message and let me know, and I will send you a copy. The digital people will do their digital things and they will send it to me, and then I'll just send it to you. So just look for it. And then if you have anybody, as I said, you want to come, please have them send an updated resume with their WhatsApp number. Now, the WhatsApp number has to be an active WhatsApp number. I mean, sometimes we just put numbers up there just so that we can have a number, but it has to be something that's active that we can reach out to, because that's how we're going to connect. Send an updated resume with a WhatsApp number, a working email, and I say a professional one. And I have to put that out there because so many of us have these quirky names. Like one of them was, if I remember, it was Sweet Gums 57 or something, and and that was supposed to be an official email. So if you can just make your email your name or create a business email, that would be most apt and most professional, so that when we reply, we know we're replying to the right person and we're sending the information to register for the next class. The 5th one will be the last one of the year. So this is very important. If you want to get in, we're going to open this up in September, the end of September. So please use the month of September to start sending your resumes. And it will go until the end of the year, and we'll graduate prayerfully before Christmas. So it'll be truly the end of the year. It'll be right at the Peace Prize Awards. And it'll be right at the end of the year, so that we'll be doing all of this work for 2022, which is what we got to fill our calendar with. So thank you so very much. I appreciate it. We're over time. We're about 9 minutes over. So I'm going to end this and thank you from the bottom of my heart. Dr. Lomax, Queen Mother, Professor Maroof, Ambassador Dossett, Ambassador Ramjohn, and even, he's from Vermont. I didn't remember his name. Oh, it's a dignitary, and I'm so sorry. Tom Conyers. Yes, you're right north of me, so I can come up there and get some maple syrup. Yeah? No. So I am coming to you to thank you. Thank you, graduates. We wouldn't be here without you, and thank you all of those that supported you throughout this journey. I love you. I congratulate you, and I'll see you soon. Be well.